I want you to step into a scenario with me for a second. Really visualize this because, we have all been there.
Oh, absolutely.
You walk into a room, maybe it's a huge networking event or the first day of an English class, or maybe it's that super quiet waiting area for a high stakes job interview.
Yeah, where everyone's just staring at their phone.
Exactly. So you look around, it's a sea of new faces,
Mm.
and then it happens. Someone walks right up to you, they smile, they look you in the eye, and they drop the ultimate terrifying question. So, tell me about yourself.
Uh, Genuinely has to be the heaviest 5 words in the English language.
hmm
It carries so much weight.
It is completely crushing. And what happens next is almost universal. Instantly, your brain just empties out.
Right. Total system failure.
The hard drive is wiped. Like, you
Yeah.
know your own name, obviously. You know your life history. But in that exact moment, you have absolutely nothing to say.
Well, welcome to the show, everyone. If you have ever frozen up when someone asks you to introduce yourself in English, you are definitely in the right place.
Yeah, I am your relatable co-host and resident English learner. And honestly, I usually default to one of two terrible reactions. Extreme number one is the turtle.
Ah, yes, the turtle. Pulling your head right into your shell.
Totally. I panic and I just give this painfully robotic answer like, "My name is John. I'm from Chicago. Thank you." And then I just stare at them without blinking.
Which leaves the other person completely stranded. They just wanted a polite chat, not a
Yeah.
police interrogation.
Right. But then if I swing the other way, I do the avalanche.
The verbal avalanche. I know it well.
It's so bad. I'll just say, well, I was born on a rainy Tuesday, and when I was 4, I had this red bicycle, and the chain kept falling off, which led me to middle school, and I just keep going.
And the other person is desperately looking for an exit strategy. So our mission today is to fix this completely. By the end of this conversation, you're going to be equipped to answer this dreaded question confidently in any situation.
We are going to cover casual networking, online meetings, and even the hardest one, the job interview. We'll give you simple formulas, bad versus better examples, and a literal 10-second emergency rescue line.
But this is where most learners make their first huge mistake.
I
Let's talk about the robot trap.
Yes, the robot trap, because the logical human response to being nervous is just to memorize a script, right?
Right, you sit at your desk, you write a paragraph in English, and you memorize it word for word.
Mm.
I cannot stress enough how dangerous this is. It feels like a safety net, but it's actually a straitjacket.
But wait, let me push back on that. Because as an English learner, if I know my brain is going to shut down, shouldn't I memorize exactly what to say, like to avoid sounding foolish?
It makes sense in theory, but let me share a story about why this backfires. Picture a language exchange event. Our student wanted to sound perfect, so they prepared a rigid, heavily rehearsed script. Okay, setting the bar way too high for a casual meetup. Exactly. So someone walks up and asks, "Tell me about yourself." And the student delivers this robotic recitation. "Hello, my name is Anna. I am 26 years old. There are 4 members in my family. My hobbies are reading books and traveling."
Oh, wow. It sounds like someone reading a ransom note.
It really does. It has no natural rhythm. But here's the tragedy. They forgot the next sentence. The brain just blanked on line 4.
Oh no, that moment of sheer panic.
Total panic. Because memorizing a script is like walking on a narrow glass bridge. If you take one wrong step, or if you forget a single word, the bridge shatters. You fall right into the canyon.
So what did they do when they forgot the next line?
They smiled this awkward smile and uttered the ultimate conversation killer. They literally said, "That is all about me."
That is all about me. I can physically feel the secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah, it's like slamming an iron door in the other person's face. The interaction's instantly dead.
Okay, so the script is brittle, it shatters.
Yeah.
If we throw out the memorized script, what is the actual goal here? What should an introduction actually do?
This is the big paradigm shift. A self-introduction is not a speech about your whole life. It is simply a door that opens a conversation.
A door that completely changes how it feels.
Right. Think about it when someone knocks on your front door. You don't stand on the porch and give them a 45-minute lecture on the plumbing system.
Yeah, it would be weird.
You just open the door, you give them a peek inside, and you invite them in. An introduction should tell people who you are, give one interesting detail, and make it easy for them to talk next.
I love that. So our only job is to turn the handle and step aside. We don't have to carry the whole conversation.
Exactly. So let's build your door. For casual and social settings, we use the OPEN formula. That's OPEN.
Let's break that down. The O stands for opening, right?
Yes. And the golden rule here is to keep it simple and warm. Just say, "Hi, I'm Abe."
Which seems obvious, but as a learner, sometimes I want to use fancy words to sound polite, like, respected ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor.
Oh, please don't do that. It creates a massive wall between you and the other person. You want to match the relaxed energy of normal conversation.
Okay, simple opening. So what is the P?
P stands for present. Share what is true right now. And that the anchor word we love to use here is currently.
I'm currently.
Yes, I'm currently studying data science. Or I'm currently working in marketing. Saying currently implies that your situation might change, which takes the pressure off.
That is huge for anxiety because saying I'm a manager feels like a permanent tattoo. Saying I'm currently managing a team is just what I'm doing right now.
Precisely. Now, here is a quick English nuance. Sometimes learners say, I belong to Madrid, or I belong to Mumbai.
Oh, I've definitely heard that. It sounds a little strange in English, right?
Yeah, belong implies ownership. The natural phrasing is simply, I'm from, or my personal favorite, I'm based in.
Wait, why is based in better?
Because you can be from one place, but based in another. If you say, I'm from Austin, but I'm currently based in London, you give a listener two different locations to connect with.
You're planting multiple hooks. I love it. Okay, let's pause and practice this, everyone. We want you to speak out loud. Let's try the opening and the present.
Say it with us.
Yeah.
Fill in your own information. Ready? Hi, I'm Achorian R, and I'm currently. Good. Great.
Say it right now. We'll wait.
Awesome. Even if you just whispered it, getting your mouth used to the English shapes is crucial.
Mhm. Okay, moving to the E in the open formula, extra detail.
This is what makes you memorable. But people freeze up here because they think the detail has to be spectacular, like, I climbed Mount Everest,
Yeah, I haven't done anything that cool.
but you don't want to. If you say you're an amateur astronaut, you alienate everyone. The details needs to be human and relatable.
Like what? What's a good example?
You could say, I'm really into street photography, or I'm the designated person in my family who fixes everyone's Wi-Fi router.
Ah, I love the Wi-Fi one. It's funny and it subtly shows you're good with tech.
And it triggers instant empathy. The other person will probably laugh and say, oh my gosh, my uncle makes me do the exact same thing. Suddenly, you're not strangers anymore.
Right, you're bonding. Okay, we opened smoothly. We shared our present. We added an extra detail. What's the N?
N is the next question. This is the handoff. You have to pass the conversational ball back to them.
So I just asked them something.
Yep. How do you know the host?
Hmm.
Or what brings you here today? If you just stop talking after your facts, the conversation hits a dead end.
Yeah, it's like playing catch, but I catch the ball and put it in my pocket. Super awkward.
Exactly. So asking the next question throws the ball back. Let's look at a transformation. Host, Be the before version of Daniel. Read off a list of facts like a robot.
Okay, here's bad Daniel. My name is Daniel. I'm from Brazil. I am a student. My hobby is football.
Grammatically flawless, but a terrible conversation start. It sounds like a police report. Now let's run Daniel through the open formula.
Okay, better Daniel. Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a university student from Brazil, currently studying business. I'm a massive football fan, so I basically never sleep if there's a big tournament playing in a different time zone. What about you? What brings you here today?
The difference is staggering. It's the exact same facts, but now it has rhythm, personality, and an invitation to reply.
Which answer sounds better to you guys listening? Definitely the second one. Try building your own open formula on a piece of paper later today.
Now, open is amazing for social events, but we have to talk about context because an introduction is not a one-size-fits-all t-shirt.
Right. You can't just memorize open and use it at a job interview, can you?
No, context is king. You need a mental timer. For a casual chat, keep it to 15 or 20 seconds.
So just the basic open formula.
Right. But if you are in a classroom where the teacher asks everyone to introduce themselves, you have about 30 to 45 seconds. You can expand a bit.
But then there's the job interview. That's a whole different beast.
Yes, in an interview, you have about 60 to 90 seconds.
Okay, wait. If I have 90 seconds, can I finally talk about my childhood and the red bicycle?
Absolutely not. The length changes, but the content must stay strictly relevant.
Oh, I love the analogy we have for this. Picture walking into a fun weekend Italian cooking class, right? You put on your apron, look at the other amateur chefs, and say, "Good morning. I have 3 years of experience in financial reporting, and my key strength is spreadsheet automation."
It's hilarious because it's so wrong for the room. The teacher would just say, "Impressive, but can you chop an onion?"
Exactly. Wearing your job interview answer to a party is like wearing a business suit to the beach.
And people do the reverse all the time. They walk into a corporate boardroom and use their casual open intro. They say, "I love football and I fix my family's Wi-Fi."
Right, wearing flip-flops to the boardroom. So if open doesn't work for interviews, what do we use?
For job interviews, the hiring manager doesn't want your life story. They want a professional summary. So we use the present, proof, purpose formula.
Present, proof, purpose. PPP. Okay, present is similar to the social one, right?
Yes, what you do right now. I'm a customer support specialist with 3 years of experience, or I'm a recent IT graduate.
And then proof. This sounds important.
Proof is where you win or lose. You share one specific experience or achievement that proves you have skills. You cannot just list adjectives here.
Wait, I can't just say I'm hardworking.
We'll get to why that's a trap in a second. Finally, purpose. Why are you applying for this specific job today?
Like bridging the gap between your past and their future. I'm looking for a role where I can lead a team.
Exactly. But before we practice this, we need to address a huge anxiety for many learners, the fresher dilemma.
Yes. What if I am a student or a recent graduate and I have zero professional work experience? I have no proof.
This is where most people shoot themselves in the foot. The absolute worst thing you can do is apologize for your lack of experience.
Yeah, I hear this a lot. People start by saying, "I am only a fresher," or "Sorry, I don't have any experience yet."
Never do that. You're framing yourself as a risk.
But what do I say if I haven't had a job?
Your education is proof. Academic projects, volunteering, internships, those are all proof. Find the skills. If you manage the social media for a university club, that is digital project management.
Oh, that makes sense. So instead of apologizing, you frame it as potential. Like, I'm at the beginning of my career and I'm eager to learn.
I am at the beginning of my career. That sounds driven and confident, not weak.
Okay, it is quiz time for our listeners. I'm going to give you 3 different answers to tell me about yourself in an interview. You have to decide which one is best and why.
Set the scene. The interviewer leans forward and asks the question.
Option A. Let's pretend I'm super nervous. Yes, my name is Carlos. I'm from Mexico. There are 5 people in my family. My father is a driver, my mother is a teacher, and I have 2 sisters in school.
Ouch. Okay, listeners, keep that one in mind. What's option C? We are skipping B for a second.
Option C is highly caffeinated, Carlos.
Oh.
Well, I do many things. I am incredibly hardworking. I am honest. I am punctual. I am deeply passionate. I am a positive thinker and perfect at time management.
Wow. Take a breath, Carlos. And now, option B.
Option B, nice and calm. I'm Carlos, a recent IT graduate with a strong interest in network security. For my final university project, I collaborated with a small team to build a network monitoring tool. I found that I really enjoyed identifying vulnerabilities and explaining the solutions clearly. I'm now looking for a junior role where I can continue learning and contribute to real-world projects.
All right, listener, which answer sounds better? A, C, or B? Pause and answer out loud if you want.
I mean, it's pretty obviously B, but let's talk about why A and C are disasters. Why does A fail?
Option A is the biography trap. The hiring manager for an IT firm does not care what your parents do for a living.
Yeah.
It shows a lack of professional boundaries.
Right. But what about C? He sounded super confident, hardworking, honest, punctual.
That is what we call adjective soup. And it is completely empty. Anyone can claim to be hardworking. It's cheap.
It's like a restaurant putting a sign in the window that just says, "Our food tastes good." Like, I don't believe you just because you wrote it on a sign. But if I can smell the garlic roasting, or if you show me the fresh tomatoes, then I'll believe it.
Exactly. When an interviewer hears a list of adjectives, they tune out. It sounds fake. But option B used proof.
Carlos didn't say, "I'm a good team player." He said, "I collaborated with a small team to build a tool." He showed the garlic roasting.
Perfect analogy. Examples build trust. Adjective soup builds skepticism. Let's practice some great sentence starters for your job interview. I'll say the phrase, and I want you to repeat it out loud.
Your turn, guys. Get ready to speak.
My background is in.
My background is in.
One experience that helped me grow was.
One experience that helped me grow was.
What attracted me to this opportunity is.
What attracted me to this opportunity is.
Fantastic. Fill those in with your own facts, and you have a solid interview answer.
Okay, so we have the formulas. Open for parties, PPP for interviews. But having the right words is only half the battle. We have to talk about how you physically speak.
Yes, delivery. Because under pressure, your body betrays you.
I see this constantly with English learners. We think that if we talk as fast as humanly possible, we will sound fluent and confident.
Oh, the grand illusion of fluency. People think if I talk fast, they won't hear my grammar mistakes.
But it totally backfires. A
Yeah.
rushed, high-speed answer just makes you sound frantic. It makes the listener stressed out.
It's like being in the passenger seat with a driver who is speeding and slamming on the brakes.
Yeah.
You're just bracing for a crash.
So what does actual confidence sound like?
It's almost always slower than you think.
Hmm.
And it relies on strategic pauses. A pause is not a sign of weakness. It is a powerful tool.
Why are pauses so magical?
2 reasons. Neurologically, when you pause, you take a breath. That physical act tells your nervous system, hey, we aren't being chased by a bear. Calm down. It lowers your heart rate.
It's like a manual override switch for panic.
Exactly. And for the listener, a pause gives them a microsecond to process what you just said before you hit them with the next idea.
We have a great trick for this. We call it the rhythm trick. The pattern is say one idea, pause, say the next idea, pause, end with a question.
Let me demonstrate the bad way first. Just a wall of sound. Hi, I'm Leo. I'm currently studying English, and in my free time, I really like cooking. How about you?
Ugh, I need a nap just listening to that.
Now, with the rhythm trick, hi, I'm Leo. Pause. I'm currently studying English.
Yeah.
Pause. In my free time, I really enjoy cooking. Pause. How about you?
The difference in authority is crazy. You sound so angered.
Try it with us, listeners. Say one short sentence, take a deliberate breath, and say another. Getting comfortable with silence is a superpower.
But here's the reality check. Even with pacing, we are English learners. We are going to make mistakes. We'll use the wrong verb tense or mispronounce a word.
It's statistically guaranteed, so we need a mindset shift. Communication is the victory, not perfection.
That is so freeing. Communication over perfection.
If you make a small grammar mistake, the worst thing you can do is stop, apologize, and restart the sentence.
Really? But doesn't correcting myself show that I'm smart and I know the rule?
No, neurologically, it teaches your brain to fear speaking. It creates a panic loop. And practically, the listener probably didn't even notice the small mistake. Our brains auto-correct minor flubs.
But when you slam on the brakes to fix a verb, you put a giant spotlight on the mistake. You make it awkward.
Exactly. Push straight through the mistake. Keep your eye contact. Finish the thought. If they understood your idea, you won the interaction.
Okay, I love that. But let's be fiercely realistic. Sometimes the brain just entirely leads the building, like total system failure. You forget your formulas, you forget your vocabulary, you forget your name.
It happens to the best of us. The amygdala hijack is real.
And for that exact worst case scenario, we have a gift for you. The ultimate emergency backup. The 10-second rescue line.
Think of it as a reserve parachute for skydivers. You hope you never use it, but knowing it's there gives you the courage to jump.
Earlier we said don't memorize a script, but this is the one exception. You are allowed to memorize this word for word, to use only in emergencies. Grab a pen. Here is the template.
Sure, I'm name, I'm currently your role, and I'm especially interested in the topic. I'm happy to be here.
It is brilliant because it's so short. But why do we start with the word sure?
When you are frozen, the hardest part is just making the first sound. Starting a complex sentence from a dead stop is hard. Sure is a soft, easy launch pad. It buys your brain a half-second to boot up.
Tell me about yourself. Sure. It breaks the scary silence immediately.
Yes. And after sure, it's ruthlessly simple. Name, current role, one interest, and a polite closing.
Let's hear it. Sure, I'm Sarah. I'm currently working in logistics, and I'm especially interested in supply chain optimization. I'm happy to be here. It literally takes 10 seconds.
Now, is that the most dazzling, job-winning intro ever? No.
But that's not the point.
Exactly. The point is survival. It gets you out of the freeze response, you deliver a competent answer, and you survive without saying, that is all about me.
It pulls you out of the freezing water, and once you say it, your heart rate slows down and you can get back to a normal conversation.
And just having this rescue line memorized actually reduces your anxiety so much that you rarely ever need to use it.
That is the magic of preparation. Okay, we have covered so much ground today. Let's do a rapid recap so you can start practicing right now.
First, avoid the robot trap. Do not memorize a long script. It will break under pressure.
Second, an introduction is just a door to a conversation. For social settings, use the open formula. Opening, present, extra detail, next question.
Third, context is king. Don't wear your boardroom suit to the beach.
Fourth, for job interviews, use present, proof, purpose. Do not use adjective soup and never apologize for being a fresher. Show them your transferable skills.
And finally, master your delivery. Use the rhythm trick to pause and breathe. Remember that communication is better than perfection. And always keep your 10-second rescue line in your back pocket.
We've given you the tools and the psychology, but I want to leave you with one final thought to chew on.
What's that?
The next time someone walks up and says, "Tell me about yourself," I want you to refuse to see it as a test. It is not a trap to expose your bad English. It is just a door. And they are handing you the key.
I love that. You have the power to decide what part of your house you want to show them.
Exactly. So please don't wait for a stressful interview to figure this out. I challenge you to take action right now. Open the Notes app on your phone or grab paper.
Write down your 4 open keywords: name, current situation, one human detail, and one simple question.
And then stand up and say it out loud to your empty room.
Uh,
Feel the rhythm of the pause. You don't need perfect grammar to be confident. You just need a clear message and a little courage to open the door.
because once that door is open, the fear goes away and it's just two humans talking.
You don't ever have to freeze up again. You are ready. Turn the handle and open the door. Thanks for joining us today, and keep practicing.
See you next time.